Okay guys, are you ready? We are going to play a theater game. I was an actress far before I was a dancer, and I feel like the skills that I learned on stage in the theater are immediately and incredibly applicable to the dance. What we do is very technical, obviously, dance-wise. It's very physical, but it is also very emotional, or it can be. And I've felt in the last 20 years of watching an immense amount of belly dance, the best performances for me are the ones that have some sort of heart attached to them. We've all seen that dancer that has all the technique in the world, but no emotion. And we've seen the opposite end of the spectrum. And I would bet pretty much all of you would prefer to watch the dancer that has that emotion and that spark and that joy and that drive over someone who has all the latest and greatest movements, but is completely lost from here up, right? So today we're going to play a theater game in an effort to start to unlock areas of our dance that maybe we are not relying on or not exploring enough. Disclaimer, you will probably feel silly for the next 10 minutes. And that's okay, that's a good thing. Embrace it, right? I feel like the older I get, the less opportunity I have to do something that makes me feel really uncomfortable. So let me give you one of many different exercises that will help you play with these ideas. We are going to keep our movements simple because we're going to be focusing on the emotion now. So I want you to pick one movement, any movement that you feel super comfortable with. You can do it forward, backwards, inside out with your eyes closed. You don't have to think about it. It feels good to you. I'm going to do a figure eight. I really like figure eights. I've got some different variations of figure eights. You can pick variations of your move or stick to one. I'm going to go ahead and do front to back to front, maybe up to down, whatever moves me, right? And what I would like you to do is do this movement and only this movement with an emotion in mind. I'm gonna let you pick the emotion, though if you would like some ideas, I would encourage you to stay away from happy and sad because we do those all the time, right? I would like you to think about joyful or mournful, heartbroken, disdainful. And so I want you to take your movement and I want you to take it through like maybe 5 different emotions. And I would like you to explore until you're mildly uncomfortable, right? So maybe set a timer and do it for at least like 2 or 3 minutes to really get in there, to really feel slightly lost and sort of awkward, because the first like 30-45 seconds will probably suck, and that's perfect. Embrace the suck. That means that we are getting better, right? You have to suck first before we get good at anything. So let it be awkward and weird and wonderful and wild, and do it alone and don't tell anybody, and it's fine. Do this for 5 different emotions. And then figure out what is it that conveys that emotion. How are you translating that emotion through your movement? So this first one is going to be disdain. Disdain, so I'm feeling like something is a little bit beneath me and unfortunate and regrettable. Yes, so I'm feeling disdain towards someone else. So here's my figure eight, and I'm feeling disdainful, right? So how am I translating this idea of disdain? A lot is in my face always, right? So I am looking a little pissed off. I'm looking down. I'm looking down because something is gross and dirty and beneath me. It's disdainful. My movement is gooey and earthy and low and a little bit sort of heavy and muscular, yeah? But it has a little bit of a sloppy feel to it as well. Yeah, so it's disdainful. Even if I were to do maybe a vertical figure eight, I'm gonna keep it really low. My arms are pretty relaxed, yeah? I'm over this, yeah? So I don't have a big upward arm carriage. I don't have an upward feel to the movement. There's no buoyancy in what I'm doing. It's all down here, right? Because there's something just kind of disgusting and disdainful and hateful about what's going on, right? So I'm thinking about face, right? What does it look like when I am disdainful? Which never happens, of course. But if I were to be disdainful, What would it look like, right? What is the weight, the heaviness of my movement? Is it a light and airy? Is it a deep and earthy? Is it a little bit messy? Is it a little bit gooey? Arms are huge. Just go crazy and have fun with it to get outside the box and to think about other ideas you could use in your piece, right? So there's my disdainful, yeah? Feel free to use these emotions if you would like. Another one is hopeful. So hopeful, I'm gonna be hopeful with my figure eight, right? What has changed here to give me hopeful, right? So now things are coming up. My chest is up, my heart is up, my chin is up, my gaze is up. My breathing is even different. I find I am breathing more deeply and breathing in that hope, right? What is it that makes this hopeful? Everything feels lighter, though energized. Up further, right? I'm creating a higher center of gravity. This is a high center of gravity emotion, right? Whereas disdainful was a low center of gravity emotion and everything in my face kind of squishes up, right? This hopeful, what's happened? My eyes have opened, my face has opened, my energy has opened, my heart has opened. This is all high center of gravity. And I'm feeling that hope. Think about a time when you felt hopeful. What did that feel like in your body? Can you translate that into your movement? Or if that methodology doesn't work for you, what does it look like when someone else is hopeful, right? If I can't feel that emotion in the moment, that's okay. What does it look like when someone else is hopeful? What do they do? And just paint it on. Arms are up, chest is up, face is lit up. Maybe I'm smiling or maybe I'm just internally so hopeful. And I have that feeling that translates through the movements, right? Instantly grabs your audience. They can feel that, right? They don't understand that you've just figure-eighted for 5 freaking minutes. They've been taken on an emotional journey. How can you do that, right? How can you incorporate that? But give me some feeling, give me a why, and I will instantly want to watch you, yeah? Okay, so I've got one more for you. And I want you, after you watch this, to tell me what you think what emotion am I trying to portray with this figure eight? Are you ready? Any guesses?